ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, the 3rd day of January. The year is 2020, and if you can hear the sound of my voice, it's up to you to save the world. I am Save the World Warrior #1, General of the Save the World Army, SMOKINJOEMEKHAEL, and I would like to welcome you to day 1209 of Operation Save the World. We are live from beautiful Sydney, Australia, and this is the Save the World Live Daily News. Smashing through the lies of the Illuminati, smashing through the lies of the New World Order, and smashing through the lies of the government who are escalating their attacks against humanity every single day. But even though they are escalating their attacks against us, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare be sour. Join the Save the World Army and feel the power. Yes, 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 I have the power. You have the power. We have the power. Humanity has the power. And we have to use that power, the power of love, to beat the Illuminati, to break the New World Order, to bring down the world government, and to save the world from evil. Because we know that the only way for humanity to free ourselves from slavery is for us to bring down the government that is enslaving us. Thank you all so much for your love and support. Can someone send Ginny the link in the chat? I'm sending him a link to the watch party. He said he's blocked. I got a notification from Facebook saying that once again this page is restricted, that all of our posts will not appear in people's news feeds because they are doing their best to block the truth. But we will continue to fight back no matter what. So thank you all, especially today, so much for sharing the video so we can break through this censorship. Solveig said, Happy New Year, General. Happy New Year to you. She asks, what's your mission number? It is day 1209 of Operation Save the World. Great to see Queen Bee, Save the World Warrior 330 from Gormandale, Victoria, Australia. Lizard King. Who is Save the World Warrior 869 from Horndean, Waterlooville, England. Great to see you, brother. Queen Bee says, good morning, General and Warriors. It's superb to see Sleepy McCush, Save the World Sergeant 296, leading Zulu Squad out of Ocala, Florida, USA. He says, what up? Same thing we do every day, brother. We're here saving the world. Villain Girl 76, Save the World Warrior 1191 from Wikiwashi, Florida, USA. Awesome to see you. Welcome to Kyle Pritchard. And it's good to see Ginny. You made it. Save the World Warrior 1303 from Ardal Riflik, Norway. Wonderful to see Save the World Warrior 128. Bring up love from somewhere here in Australia. Villain Girl 76 says, "G'day General and Warriors, love and good vibes to all, right back at ya. You know as well as I do, good vibes save lives." B-Man, Save the World Warrior 1302 from Gormandale, Victoria, Australia. Great to see you, brother. Bring Up Love said, "Hey Joe, can't sleep, I'm so angry about these fires." I know exactly what you mean, but it's so important for us to take care of our health, to take care of our diet, to take care of all of the media we consume, to minimize all the negative images we're taking in, to take care of our sleep especially, to take care of our mental, physical, and spiritual health. The enemy is doing their best to break us down. I want to make sure all of you warriors are implementing strategies to get as much good quality sleep as you can, turning off your devices in the evening, not eating too close to bedtime, having a healthy diet. You can look up more ways to maximize the good sleep that you get. Much love to you. Bring Up Love. Things are going to get worse before they get better, but we are built for this task. Great to see Dusty Sunset 68, Save the World Warrior 832 from Nambour, Queensland, Australia. And wonderful to see Super Salamander, Save the World Warrior 1041 from Salamander Bay, New South Wales, Australia. She said, "Hey Joe and Warriors, much love to everyone. Right back at ya." And Jeanette says, "Good evening to you all, brothers and sisters, with love from Denmark. Hope you are all well. We will fight the new world order." She said, "In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, he fights with us. Remember, remember." And that's not my particular belief. But thank you for joining us, Jeanette. And it's great to see Save the World Warrior 877 RED from New Zealand. Much love to you, bro. And Dusty Sunset 68 says, "Good morning, one and all. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's my 52nd birthday today. Feeling healthy, wealthy, and wise." And Super Salamander said, "It's my birthday too. I'm 53. Happy birthday to you, Dusty Sunset 68. Happy birthday to you, Super Salamander. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to both of you. Hope you have a wonderful day today. So glad to have both of you here with us, working to bring down this evil system and set humanity free on your birthday." And Villain Girl 76 said, "Happy birthday, lovelies." Thank you all for sharing the video. Once again, I'm going to be focusing heavily on the fires here in Australia, the fires that have been engineered and the fires that are being fueled by the aluminium, the barium, and the strontium that has been sprayed on us for decades through these chemtrails. It is the genocide of the Australian people as we speak. Welcome to Aunt Arky, Save the World Warrior 505 from Vancouver, Washington, USA. Amy says, "Save the world, all hands on deck and growing." Yes, we grow stronger by the second. And Dusty Sunset 68 said, "Happy birthday, Super Salamander." Let's go through the headlines. No food, no fuel, no power. 24 hours to flee humanitarian crisis. Service station in bush-fired ravaged town is blasted for doubling the price of water. The Murray-Darling Basin Authority, a UN Agenda 2030 implementation plan. Concerning clusters of drones flying grid patterns over 2 states have officials on edge. Australian bushfires push country towards humanitarian crisis. Bushfire crisis. Woman dies from smoke in Canberra after exiting Qantas plane. Bushfire crisis. Angry Cobargo residents force the Prime Minister back out of town. Australian bushfires. State of disaster declared for Victoria as tens of thousands told to flee. And state of emergency declared here in New South Wales ahead of horror fire weekend. And fires in Australia, California, strain shared firefighting resources. This is once again by design. They are doing their best to implement Agenda 2030, where they want to kill more than 90% of the people that live on the earth, and the fires are one way that they are murdering us here in Australia. Dusty Sunset said to Little Girl 76, "Thanks, sweetie." And she said, Super Salamander said to Dusty Sunset 68, "Thank you, happy birthday to you too." Let me get right into it. And once again, you guys know what our plan is to save the world. Prepare, love, fight. Prepare is the most important, because you know that the government are going to bring about more and more of these disasters in the coming years, and we must be prepared with food, water, medical supplies, skills that we need. No food, no fuel, no power, and getting a generator is another good thing to do as well. 24 hours to flee humanitarian crisis. A humanitarian crisis and looming horror fire conditions prompted authorities into a 24-hour race against time to move thousands of people from the New South Wales South Coast, with the Rural Fire Service identifying a 250-kilometre long tourist leave zone. The short-term opening of a road north from Bateman's Bay gives many stranded holidaymakers the chance to leave. About 50,000 homes are without power, phone networks are down, fuel is running low, major supermarkets are closed, and people are queuing up to 3 hours to get food. It's so important for you and for me and for everybody to be prepared to have storable food that isn't perishable. Cans of beans, rice. I have a generator. It's important to have a generator. There are so many things we can do to prepare. And even if you don't live in the bush, if you live in the suburbs like myself, you know, someone was saying to me yesterday they wanted to throw out some old cans of beans. I was like, hey, don't throw out those beans. Those beans could save our lives one day. And they said, you know, they were mocking me. And I said, do you see what's happening with the fires? People lining up to get food and water. And they said, you know, we don't live in the bush. I said, hey, the stores can close at any time. The roads can be cut off at any time. And it's so important for us to prepare. Thank you all so much for all the hard work that you do every day to fight this evil system. We will defeat them. Dusty Sunset 68 said, Scott Morrison slithers off like the snake he is after being confronted by angry residents. Made me angry and sick at the same time. No heart, no compassion. Yeah, I saw that video. He went to shake some woman's hand and she just stared at him and said, I'm not going to shake your hand until you help us, or something to that effect. And then it was awesome, man. Some guy with a mohawk called him a knobhead, and they bleeped out knobhead. I'm sure you could think of many other things to call him. And a woman with a goat absolutely laid into him. And the government are doing this on purpose, to kill the people and to push their fake climate change agenda. Once again, so important for everybody to get water, to get food. Service station, what you Americans would call a gas station, in bushfire ravaged town is blasted for doubling the price of water. A service station in an area being ravaged by bushfires has been slammed for doubling the price of bottled water during the disaster. A disgusted shopper snapped a picture of a price tag showing a 24-pack of Mount Franklin water being sold for an eye-watering $48 at Terminal BP on the Princess Highway. The image has sparked outrage as Australia is teetering on the edge of a humanitarian crisis. And you can get those 24 packs of water for $8, and they are charging more than 5 times the price. 6 times, in fact. And it's going to get worse and worse. So important for us to stock up on the essentials, because water is essential for all of us. And that's why they're cutting off the water. They want us all dead. And Scott Waldron said, "Hi, Joe and all. Peace and love. Right back at you, brother. Thank you for smashing that share button like we are smashing these sick, satanic scumbags. They are really doing their best to censor us. Once again, our posts are not being shown in people's news feeds until next Thursday. And I really appreciate all of you sharing this video already. 25 shares, and we have 30 live viewers. Thank you for sharing this video wherever you are all over the world. We are under attack here in Australia, like our brothers and sisters are under attack worldwide. And we are doing our best to get the information out by exposing these demons. We will defeat them. Great to see Plague Doctor, Save the World Warrior 1164 from Hayward, California, USA. Here we go. The Murray-Darling Basin Authority, a UN Agenda 2030 implementation plan. I'm going to have some fluoride-free water. Cheers to your health. Cheers to victory. Cheers to the Save the World Army. Here's the broad view. The MDBA, which is the Murray-Darling Basin Authority, was set up in 2012 as a result of legislation created under the Water Act of 2007. Malcolm Goldman Sachs Turnbull was the Minister for Water and the Environment under the Howard government in 2007 and was instrumental in the passing of the Water Act of 2007. The Water Act separated the right to have access to water rights from farmers in the immediate vicinity of the river system and made it available to financial entities who had no connection whatsoever to the immediate region. Think hedge funds in Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane, or anywhere else. Companies like Duxton Water, who have rights to 75 gigalitres, or equivalent to about 15% of Sydney Harbour, and Blue Sky Investments. Now, why would they want to do this? Speculative profits. Colliers International described the returns being made by water investment companies in 2018 as eye-watering. Very funny. When it released its 2019 agribusiness forecast in April. Too bad if the people who actually need the water to grow food and fibre can't afford to pay the exorbitant prices. Since the MDBA plan has been implemented, the price of water has skyrocketed up to 700%, to the point that many farmers simply can't afford it. The end result is devastating to our agricultural and rural communities. Farmers going broke means country towns will wither and die. Of course, that's the idea, to push people into the smart cities. But hey, that's okay, because somebody in an air-conditioned office hundreds or thousands of miles away is making a mozza. And that's Australian vernacular for making a lot of money. They are making money from killing the people. It's great to see Willis Save the World Sergeant 7 leading Patriot Squad out of southwest Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Changing gears for a moment, concerning clusters of drones flying grid patterns over 2 states have officials on edge. Over the past 5 years, drone usage in the United States has increased drastically as the technology gets cheaper. With the increase in usage, government has been frantically attempting to regulate them. As the following case illustrates, however, they aren't very successful. Authorities in Colorado and Nevada have been responding to multiple reports of drones or other flying objects over the northeast corner of Colorado and into Nevada. Residents and police alike have no idea what or who is flying above them. The reason for concern is that these drones are not your average Costco toy. They have a 6-foot wingspan and are flying in grid patterns across the skies at night. And if any of you warriors have seen these drones, let me know. And Jimmy Lyon said he can't see the video. I'm going to send him a link. We are facing more censorship than usual today, but we will overcome. We will be victorious. We will defeat this evil system, my brothers and sisters, and we will do it together. Welcome to Taya. She said it won't let me watch. Becky said maybe get a haircut and shave or trim your beard and I might take you a little more seriously. I don't need you to take me seriously, Becky, if you can't take the fact that the government are poisoning you and your family seriously and you want to make comments about my rugged, handsome appearance instead of focusing on the fact that the government are murdering us, then, you know, you're never going to wake up. So I'm not really interested in your attention. That makes sense. That makes total sense. She, her profile picture is a Make America Great Again cap. So she's a Trump supporter. Duh, what do you want me to do? You want me to put on like 250 pounds and shave my face and dye my hair orange and then comb it with some kind of honey? Are you kidding me? You want me to roll myself in Cheeto dust? Would you take me more seriously if I looked like Donald Trump, a guy who looks like Jabba the Hutt on a bad day? Are you kidding me? For real? You don't take me seriously when I'm shredded, you know. But you take Donald Trump, this disgusting blimp who's killing so many people, you take him seriously? I really can't take you seriously, Becky Capriola. Wake up to yourself. You got to be kidding me. And RED said sounds like a very accurate mapping system. The drones, that is. Yeah, bro. I hear what you're saying. Welcome to Anita Saxton, Dave Ray, Agnetha, Leto, Michelle Turner. Sunny said $8. Wow, in Canada it's like under $3. Wow. She asks, is Australia a corporation like Canada is? It is. Welcome to Chris Riddell. And welcome to La Guerrera 1990, Save the World Warrior 1123 from Palmer, Ohio, USA. Super Salamander said, Becky doesn't know what a real man looks like. Yeah. You're telling me. What a joke. Australian bushfires push country towards humanitarian crisis. And of course, once again, these fires are being fueled by the aluminium, barium and strontium that has been sprayed on us for decades through these chemtrails, literally spraying us with sparkler dust. Australia is teetering on the edge of a humanitarian crisis as remote communities remain cut off from medical help, water sources are compromised, and food and fuel supplies run low. And there are still 2 months left to go in summer. It's going to get a whole lot worse. Hundreds of fires are still burning out of control across the country, destroying millions of hectares, killing 18 and leaving at least 1,200 homes destroyed, with catastrophic 46-degree weather conditions forecast for tomorrow. HMAS Jules, which delivered emergency supplies to Haiti following the 2010 earthquake, left Sydney on Wednesday and docked off the coast of fire-stricken Malakuta mid-morning on Thursday. So the government causes these fires, killing the people, then they pose as the heroes, bringing in the military, militarizing the entire country, getting people used to licking the boots of these soldiers. Truly disgusting. HMAS Jules can carry 7,000 passengers, but there are up to 4,000 people who remain stranded in the seaside town after it was devastated by bushfires. And Dusty Sunset 68 says, brain dead Becky. That's a good way to describe that individual. Shelley asks, are there any countries that are not corporations? Who knows? In reality, corporations don't exist. They're just made up on pieces of paper and written down digitally. This land is free for all the people of the world, and borders are fabricated to keep the people in a prison system. Wake up to yourself, Brad Holloway. The government are murdering us all. Your silly comments are not welcome. Continuing, man, a friend of mine, really good friend of mine, Save the World Warrior, 1207, tough as nails. Man, I was training jiu-jitsu with him last night. I trained for 2.5 hours yesterday, the first training session of the year, and we were gonna spar together, and I looked at him and he didn't look so great, and I said, man, are you alright? He said, yeah, I'm all good, man. He looked a little bit spaced out, and so we had our sparring session, and he didn't, do as well as he usually does against me. And then like 15 minutes later, after a few more rounds, I thought that someone had choked him unconscious, but that wasn't the case. He just had some kind of asthma attack, and he was having a whole lot of trouble breathing. Really didn't look good at all. And a lot of people are having a lot of trouble breathing all over the place. Much love to you, tough as nails. I know you're tough as nails, bro, because you said you're going to be back at training, and I'll see you on the mats in just about 3 hours. And here we go. Woman dies from bushfire smoke in Canberra after exiting Qantas plane. An elderly woman has died in Canberra, reportedly going into respiratory distress after disembarking from a Qantas plane to the tarmac, thick with smoke from the bushfires. Man, absolutely crazy. Bushfire crisis. Angry Cobargo residents force the Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, back out of town after he arrived. You left us to burn. Furious Cobargo residents explode at visiting Scott Morrison after their town was destroyed by bushfires, forcing the PM to flee the scene in his chauffeur-driven car. residents of a town devastated by bushfires have abused, and I wouldn't call it abuse, they just yelled at him. Visiting Prime Minister Scott Morrison, forcing him to cut short a meet and greet with the locals. And I salute these people. I really hope that people wake up to the truth that the government are screwing them, and I really hope that they can see that this climate change nonsense is a fraud. It is a farce to further control the people. Man, we're going to chase these putrid pollies out of town. That's what the people from Cobargo did. And I salute them. And Willis said, good morning, Joe. Number 7 here. Can you still do a live stream with multiple people on the video feed? I'm not entirely sure if I can, my man. Usually if I can, there's an option in the corner to add people to the live stream, but I don't see that right now. And Super Salamander said it must be frightening being an asthmatic with all this smoke around. Yeah, it's crazy. Is there anyone out there? Because it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Once again, so important for us to improve our health, to train, to strengthen our heart and our lungs so we can withstand this insane level of smoke. And they're declaring a state of disaster here, state of emergency here, state of tyranny over the entire country. Australian bushfires, state of disaster declared for Victoria as tens of thousands set to evacuate in multiple states. Fire Rescue New South Wales needs at least 400 new firefighters to deal with the current and future bushfire crisis, the union has said. Their union put out a statement this morning demanding better resources and more staff. And of course they cut the funding for the fire service. And I salute Save the World Warrior 1210 Roadrunner, my jiu-jitsu brother, who is part of the fire crew out there fighting the fires every day, still making time to come to train. Brother, really doing good work, my man. And in New South Wales, state of emergency declared in New South Wales ahead of horror fire weekend. The New South Wales government has declared a 7-day state of emergency, but it doesn't detail here what powers that gives the government. I'm sure it gives them the powers to forcibly evacuate you from your home at gunpoint and arrest you if you don't want to go. Ahead of what are predicted to be very dangerous bushfire conditions on the state's south coast this weekend. Thousands of residents and tourists have been attempting to leave the area today after the state's rural fire service declared what they're calling a tourist leave zone. At the same time, efforts to evacuate major population centres such as Bateman's Bay and Ulladulla have been hampered by new road closures. And man, I used to have a DJ residency in Ulladulla at the Marlin Hotel. I played there like once a month for many years before my Anzac Day protest, and they didn't want anything to do with me after that. But man, I got a lot of friends and some warriors down in Ulladulla. Much love to you all down there. Much love to you all. And from the Wall Street Journal, fires in Australia, California strain shared firefighting resources. Pushing this global warming nonsense again. Richmond Air Force Base, Australia, smoke from huge wildfires near Sydney wafted over the tarmac as Jonas Doherty readied a newly modified Boeing 737 equipped to drop 4,000 gallons of firefighting liquid above the blaze. Well, what about the years of spraying us with combustible, explosive, flammable, incendiary fireworks materials? I'm not even going to read the rest of this garbage article. The bottom line is that the government are using these fires to kill us here in Australia like they've done in many other places. And it's going to get a whole lot worse. I'll tell you what, they want to kill more than 90% of the people that live on the earth before 2030. And the fires are just one way that they are doing it. We are here to defeat them. We will defeat them. They cannot touch us because we have the power of love in our hearts. Great to see Save the World Warrior 110, BDTG. And Willis said, stay positive, General. The trolls want to get a rise out of us and cause a divide. It's part of the programming. All good, my man. It's not my first rodeo. And they cannot affect my frame of mind because by disciplining ourselves, we get stronger every day. And Denise agrees with me. She said the chemtrailing is making fires burn more. When you can stick a torch to snow and it turns black, it's a result of chemtrails. Yeah, I've had other warriors record videos of lighting snow and then snow lights on fire. And she said, send your snow off to have it tested for chemicals. I feel that's redundant at this point. We know that they're poisoning us every single day. Shelley said, true, there is no freedom, sadly. We do have some freedom left. I'm so glad I can still communicate with all of you warriors every single day. And we've got to use that freedom. We've got to raise our voices. We've got to yell from the rooftops how the government are murdering us because it's up to us to save the world. Absolutely no joke about that, for real. We've got to step it up in this new decade. Welcome to Lam Pang and Via Car. She said, OMG, scary. I feel for everyone there. Don't let them scare you. They feed on fear, but we have the power of love in our hearts, and the power of love will lead us to liberty. Thank you all so much for your love and support. Welcome, David Hunter. Welcome to you all. And thank you once again for all of your tremendous work every single day to defeat this evil system. And Steve Green says, happy today day. And Willis said, I know, I just like to remind you because we are all in this together. Yes, 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 we will be victorious. 2020 will be the year of the revolution. Most definitely, my brother. And I appreciate you keeping me in line on the positive plane because the power of positivity is so strong. And it's great to see Nina be brave, Save the World Warrior, Save the World Sergeant 1169, leading Rainbow Squad out of Dortmund, Germany. Willkommen, Nina be brave. Much love to you all. I am Save the World Warrior #1, General of the Save the World Army, Smokin' Joe McHale, and together we are beating the Illuminati, breaking the New World Order, bringing down the world government and saving the world from evil. Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the right time we will reap a harvest if we never give up. And everyone knows that us Save the World Warriors never, ever, ever give up. Thank you for all of your love and support, for all of your tremendous work every single day, literally saving humanity, literally saving the future of the human race. Keep it up. Never stop, never surrender, never slow down just a little bit. Keep escalating your efforts and we will be victorious. Tony said, hello again, great day to be human and alive. No matter how bad it gets, we still have our hearts and minds to spread the truth to all. Exactly, my brother, and the truth shall set us free. Nina be brave, says General, and all warriors. Dunker, much love to you. And Miranda, welcome. And Plague Doctor says, g'day, good day to you. Thank you all once again for everything that you do. Thank you for following us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you want to get your Save the World Army threads and support me, you can go to the savetheworldarmy.threadless.com. Also, if you want to help me out, you can go to paypal.me/thesavetheworldarmy. And if you want to join us and get your tags, I'm going to put the link in the comments section. Keep up the tremendous work. We have these scumbags on the ropes. That's why they are doing their best to destroy us. But it's not gonna happen. We will defeat these demons and we will be victorious. My brothers and sisters, have no fear. The Save the World army is here. Always remember, good vibes save lives, and the power of love will save the world. Ooh, yeah.